All right, and also my anytime touchdown scorer for that Monday night game is Xavier Worthy. Worthy, he looked good last week getting back in the offensive mix.
Yeah, I like that one because he's in my starting lineup this week.
Yeah. At least you're not playing me. So.
Yes, we are playing.
We are playing a son of a bitch, don't you? Well, you know what? I'm still putting it out there for the juice purposes.
Yes,
so
we are playing each other this week.
I didn't even look at that. Friends, countrymen, fellow degenerates, welcome back to this episode of Bets and Buds. We're the Buds help you cash your bets. I am Jason Smoker Togan.
I'm Bobby Light.
And I'm back to smoking again, baby.
Yeah,
I went 2 for 3 on parlays this weekend. Thank you, God. I'm back in action, baby. Back in action.
Nice.
What's up, Bobby Light? What's up,
going on, brother?
We are in week 5 here. We were week 5.
I mean, we're rolling right along.
We are rolling right through here, brother.
Damn near a quarter of the season already.
Yeah, it goes a little too fast, but that's all right. I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. Enjoy every fucking minute.
Rough week last week for me on the point spread. I went 5-11 on the point spread.
I went 6-10, man. It's been a rough. The book has been kicking ass. Honestly, like when you go through and look at statistically from what they were doing against the public,
right.
The book is kicking ass. We got to figure out this AI thing. We got to figure out because they already had algorithms in place before.
Yeah.
So with all the AI software now, they've got really amped up with the billions and billions of dollars that they got at access, man.
Right.
Who knows what type of software, the algorithms they got going on to figure out how to make sure they beat the public ass. So.
I mean, some of these over-unders have been damn near spot on, outside of them half points.
Oh, it's been crazy. I mean, it's been absolutely crazy. So the biggest thing is that guy, hopefully once we get here with the live betting, that's going to be the best way to be able to get them. It's the live betting because the AI software isn't going to be able to predict the live human element action. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and dive into this. What do we got here first on board here, brother? You got any Blues action for us?
No, Blues are still in training camp.
Yeah.
They have actually they start the season next Thursday. Next Thursday they start the season.
We got Blues hockey coming
So
up
at home up against the Wild, Kiprasov. They got a Minnesota forward just signed a monster contract for like $136 million, like $17 million a year.
Yeah, I think I did see that. That's
so
crazy.
that means Connor McDavid's going to well over 20, probably pushing $25 million a year.
Right? And does he want to stay in Canada and pay those taxes?
I don't know.
That's the thing.
I don't know if Edmonton doesn't make a real run, like another real run, and get that cup this year. He might decide to just take it somewhere else.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. So here we go. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
All right. So this is kind of a lame week in college football for the most part. College game day is going to be at Alabama this weekend with Vandy, Alabama rematch here. Vandy is looking good, though, so far this season. Alabama coming off a big win against Georgia last week, so we'll see what happens there. Florida State shit the bed against Virginia last week, so game day probably would have been down there to see because this would have been the first big matchups of Miami, Florida State that we've seen. Because you're the same age as me growing up. This was always a huge matchup during the college football season.
Because those teams were just always up there.
They were always stacked.
Winners.
They were always loaded. You had a bunch of first-round draft picks on the teams. I mean, which you'll probably see again a little bit this year. But again, Florida State had a rough loss against Virginia last week, so they kind of took that a little luster off of that one. The other big game we have is Texas A&M versus Mississippi State, who's surprisingly 4-1.
Yes.
So Mississippi State, they got a good little turnaround going there. But outside of that, the rest of the games just kind of
mid.
Just kind of a blah week here.
Mizzou's off.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of teams are off too.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and dive into this NFL action then, brother.
All right, on Thursday night, we've got a depleted San Francisco 49ers team going into LA. I mean, Brock Purdy's out.
Oh, is he officially ruled out?
He's officially out. Toe still.
Damn, I wish I could have put that bet in.
Jennings out again. Pearsall's out.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
Pearsall's out. Like everybody, Nick Bosa obviously out for the season.
That's why FanDuel only had all the Rams receivers as for the overall.
Yeah, they don't even know San Francisco's bringing
going to roll out there,
right? So that being said, they've got the Rams at 7.5 point favorites. I'll take that 7.5 points in this game at home. The Rams are a really good offensive team.
Mm-hmm.
That San Francisco team's just beat up on both sides of the ball. I will take the under in this one though. At 44.5.
You got 44.5?
44.5. A division game, they tend to stay closer. Or I think this could turn into a blowout, but I don't see that on San Francisco's side.
They're still going to have enough fight in them regardless, man. I mean, it's still a division rivalry.
True, that is true. And give me the Rams to win at home.
All right, so with that being said, so I actually had, before you said that about because I hadn't heard about it as of last time I looked at Brock Purdy was playing, and the other two receivers were playing at the time. So I had the 49ers covering, but I'm going to switch my pick here, and I'm going to have the Rams to cover and to win. I had them at 7 points for that. And I like the under. I had the under at 46.5.
46.5.
Yeah, 46
I definitely would have taken that one.
So that probably drops that down a little bit. I'm sure it probably dropped down a little bit as they made because that had to have been within the last hour or so.
I did mine about an hour ago.
Yeah, that had to have been within the last hour because I did mine earlier today. All right, so next up we got the Vikings. And by that, with that being said, I also like Puka Nacua as my anytime touchdown scorer in that game.
I like that one. I mean, he's still not scoring touchdowns like you would expect somebody that gets that many targets and receptions.
But he's the leading receiver in the league right now.
He's got 42 catches.
And it's inevitable that he's going to get in the end zone. I mean, like his over/under on receptions was 7.5.
No,
so that's how many touches that he's getting.
Take the over all day.
Yeah. So I mean, as far as that, I like him as finding the end zone this week.
I like that.
All right, so next up we got the Vikings at the Browns. I got the Browns at 3.5. That's what I got from earlier today.
Now this is a London
game. Dog. Yeah, this is a London game. So the Vikings stayed over there from Ireland after their loss to the Steelers, and they went over to London, and they're going to have the Browns coming in who benched Joe Flacco.
Yes,
and now they have Dylan Gabriel coming into the picture.
This game.
So he's coming in as the rookie there. You know what? I like that little rookie curve, just like Jackson Dart gave a little boost with the Chargers last week. So Vikings are kind of in influx right now. The Browns' defense is really good. They still got Carson Wentz playing at quarterback, so they can turn him over. I like them being 3.5-point dogs. I like them covering that and winning the game. And I like the over because it was at 35.5.
Okay, so we're in complete disagreement there. I think because of the fact Minnesota has been over there a week, maybe they get a little more acclimated and they come out and play more of a normal, like, Minnesota-style game. That defense is really good. And we'll see if Dylan Gabriel is going to be able to handle what Flores is going to bring at him.
The reason why I like that is because he's good at getting the ball out quick. Dylan Gabriel is.
Now, he's a lefty, right?
He might be a lefty. I had to look that up again and see.
I think he might be a lefty.
Yeah, I think he is a lefty. But the one thing about that is with the Vikings, yes, they stayed over there, but they still had to go from Ireland to London, which isn't a far trip, but you still had to change hotels, move around.
I mean, that's like us flying to Kansas City.
Right.
Really.
It's a quick flight. It definitely is. But you still got to change hotels and move equipment and all that other crap like that. So.
Okay.
All right. So then next up, we got the Texans at the and my anytime touchdown score for this game, I like T.J. Hockenson to find the end zone for that one.
Yeah, I like it. He's coming on lately.
Yeah, he's coming on lately. I mean, Carson Wentz loves to kind of find those tight ends in the offense. So.
Yeah, this Minnesota, I should have never drafted Justin Jefferson. I know that. I mean, he's put up 2 games, but the fourth quarter was the one that saved the first one. And then he did get a lot of targets this past week. So
hey, I drafted J.J. McCarthy, and so he's already off my roster. Right. So I'll tell you that right now. All right, next up we got the Texans at the Ravens. Texas in Baltimore. Baltimore is another team decimated by injuries now. They got no Lamar Jackson, but they do got Cooper Rush, who showed even with the Cowboys.
He can win a game.
He's a serviceable backup who can win games for you.
And you still got Derrick Henry back.
Yeah, you still got Derrick Henry. That defense is beat up and has actually been proven to be the worst defense in the league. So, with that being said, though, I think the Texans have really showed a lot of lackluster on their offensive side of the ball. Ravens have to need a big win coming back home here. So they're 1.5-point dogs at home.
Yep.
Give me the Ravens to win this game and cover that 1.5 points. The over-under was at 40.5. I like the over in this one.
You like the over? I'll take the under in this one just because that Houston offense is just not humming like it should.
It does, yeah.
And this obviously they're taking a step back, this Baltimore offense with Cooper Rush. So, but give me Baltimore to win that one at home, even with Rush at quarterback.
Yeah. All right, and my anytime touchdown score I like in this game is give me DeAndre Hopkins as the anytime touchdown score in that game. He's been making some big catches and actually been looking really, really good this season. All right, next up we got the Giants at the Saints. The Saints actually looked surprisingly well against Buffalo last week. Giants got their first win in Jackson Dart's first start.
Yep.
I wasn't overly impressed offensively from the performance. They also lost Malik Neighbors, so that's going to be a big, big hindrance, I think.
Yeah, because who did they say they brought in? They brought in a guy for a tryout this week, and I was like, oh, really? He's still around?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? They got some guys that stay in shape to hang on just for these type of moments in the league.
True.
Spencer Rattler still has not. I think he's 0-9 on starts in the NFL right now. Give me Spencer Rattler to win his first game.
I actually got the Saints winning this one at home, too.
Well, they're 1.5-point favorites at home.
They've been competitive for the most part.
They look good against Buffalo, honestly.
They're not obviously a great team, but I think they get it done, get off the schneid, and get their first win of the season.
Yep, and then I like the under at 41.5.
I like the under as well.
And then give me Alvin Kamara as your anytime touchdown scorer for this game this week.
Now, if you're the Saints, do you look to trade him at the deadline?
I think he's really the only thing that you have as a draw as far as from a fan standpoint. So if you want to sell tickets, they've got some. They're going to have a top pick high up into the season.
They
this
should.
year.
They should.
So really, like honestly, what are you going to get for Kamara at this stage of his career?
I don't know, second round, third round.
Oh no! I guarantee you would get a fifth at best. Round? I would say fifth at best is what you would get for Kamara, and it would be somebody who's really a running back star because of how little they value and feel how easy it is to find running backs in the NFL nowadays. True. I feel like you get a fifth round draft pick at best. So as opposed to because who else are you going to replace him with? So
you still got Miller, but he hasn't shown a whole lot down there.
No, and you got to give the fans some reason to keep showing up to that stadium from an ownership standpoint. So when you look from the business aspect, that's why I would say no, don't trade him. All right, next up we got the Dolphins. Who got a big win against the Jets this week. The Dolphins at the Panthers. Panthers actually looked horrible this past week. I mean, the Patriots put it on them so bad. Man, Drake May look like a stud. Picked up a fantasy victory for me. This game is in Carolina with them being 1.5-point dogs. Yep. Who do you like in this one, Bobby?
I actually like Miami to keep that momentum going after that win last week. Even with the Tyreek Hill injury, that actually might not turn out to be a bad thing for Miami in the long run, because you know how he can get.
Hey, and Darren Waller made a big return to the NFL.
Waller made a big catch.
2 touchdowns, first game back after not being out in the NFL for the last 2 seasons.
And maybe you can finally break Waddle out of whatever purgatory you stuck him in out of the slot there.
Yeah, he's gonna need to step up. They gave him money, so they're gonna need him to step up. You got Darren Waller there. With that being said, I like the Carolina Panthers to hold serve and win this as 1.5-point dogs at home. And I like the over at 44.5 here.
All right. Well, we completely disagree on this one. That's 2 this week. All right. I'm liking this.
All right. And then give me Devon Achane as the anytime touchdown scorer for this game.
That one, yeah.
All right. Next up, we got the Raiders at the Colts. The Raiders who have looked very disappointing this season so far. Colts lost a tough game against the Rams last week.
Yep.
Dante Mitchell.
Basically cost him the game.
Yeah, he cost him the game. You cannot. You're an NFL player. You can. These guys dropping the ball.
That's what's so funny too, because he was on the team last year when Jonathan Taylor did the same damn thing,
and he also is the one that threw that pick, pick six to Boitano against with the Benito.
You're correct
with the Broncos,
and then that egregious penalty he commits when
he commits a bad holding.
Nobody was around him.
Yeah, but with that being said, I think the Raiders are actually going to cover the 6.5 points. I think the Colts will win at home, though, and I like the over at 47.5 points.
I'll take the under in this game. To me, 47.5 seems high. Even though I know Indianapolis can put up some points, we've seen that. Like you said, Las Vegas' defense isn't very good. But they did get something going with the running game last week.
Yeah, they did. Finally. Ashton Genty went back to his original stance at running back.
Stance.
Because Chip Kelly was giving him a real hard time with that, and he showed. He's like, "Look, man, this is my stance. This is what I do." So they call it his Michael Myers stance. And so he went to completely upright, which you don't really see that as a common thing. But hey, if it works for him. He put up 130.
If it allows him to see the
he puts up 130 yards rushing last week. Leave the man the hell alone. Let him stand the way he wants to fucking stand, as long as he's making yards.
I'll take the 7 points for the Raiders too.
Okay, all right. So you got them covering too as well.
Yep.
All right, then give me Tyler Warren as your anytime touchdown scorer for this game too.
Okay.
I think he's going to finally break in the end zone because they've been using him all over the field. He's been like their Swiss Army knife as far as offensively. I think he's going to find the end zone this week. All right, next up we got the Broncos at the Eagles. So,
it's probably game of the week right
here.
This
has to be the game of the week because there really isn't a whole lot highlighted down this week. So the Broncos and the Eagles. Broncos come up with a big win against the big Bengals who look like they got no life left without Joe Burrow. The offensive line can't block anybody. The running game is non-existent with them. So the Eagles, they looked really good in the first half against the Bucs, but they disappeared in the second half.
They didn't do anything.
No completions in the second half, but they were able to hold on and get the victory against the Bucs late at the end there. The Broncos are 4.5-point dogs going into Philly. I like them to go into Philly, cover the 4.5, and get the win. And then I also like the under at 43.5. I think it's going to be an ugly game.
Okay, I got Denver winning that game too. I'll take the 3.5 points and give me the over though.
You like the over?
Yeah, give me.
Yeah, see, I just feel like it's going to be an ugly game.
A nasty game.
Yeah, and then give me Jalen Hurts as your anytime touchdown scorer for this game here.
Tush push all day.
Yep, exactly. All right, next up we got the Cowboys at the Jets. Cowboys had with a tie against the Packers.
What a game!
For Jerry Jones, they might as well have won that fucker in his mind. I think. What did he say? They got Micah, we got what we got, and we tied. So, I mean, I think for Jerry and his brain, that was like
a reporter asked him, was that tie like kissing your sister? And Jerry's response was, I don't know, what's that taste like?
You gotta love Jerry, man. You gotta love Jerry. We will miss him when he's gone, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So, all right, with that being said, though, we got the Cowboys are 2.5-point favorites going into New York.
Yep.
The Jets make a lot of penalties. I mean, they make a lot of
another 13 again last
13
week.
penalties, 3 turnovers. The only thing that makes me a little bit nervous is because how porous that defense is if Justin Fields gets loose and they just can't really contain him.
Yeah, because Dallas is the worst team in the NFL against opposing quarterbacks this year.
Yeah, against opposing quarterbacks, especially somebody who's mobile.
Yeah, they can move.
And in the secondary, I mean, I told you I'm not a fan of Elam at all in the secondary whatsoever. And you got, what's his name? Diggs is not healthy really at all. Bland still isn't fully healthy. So we got to see as far as how they operate here. But I'm still going to take the Cowboys to win this.
Yep.
But they're 2.5-point favorites going to New York because they just seem like a miserable organization right now. And I like the over at 47.5 points. That's going to be where I'm leaning at.
I agree all the way. I think we know how porous that defense is, and we know the Cowboys can put up points.
Right.
So
George Pickens finally broke out. So.
Give me the over all day on that one.
All right, and give me Javonte Williams as your anytime touchdown scorer for this game, too, as well. All right, next up we got the Titans at the Cardinals. So Titans look just miserably horrible.
There's Cam Ward has come out, and he's
completely frustrated. He said, we look like ass.
Yep.
You know, we just... You know, I mean, the morale seems really low right there. I mean, I don't know if Callahan will be around next year if he kind of stays on his trend.
But this is the Cardinals, and they haven't looked great the last 2 games. And they beat two of the worst teams in the NFL for their first 2 wins. So I like Tennessee to hang around this one. I will take the 7.5 points. Cardinals obviously going to win this game. And give me the under, 42.5.
I had 8.5. We're in the total agreement, and I have 41.5 in the under, so we're in total agreement on this game. Right. And give me Trey McBride for the anytime touchdown score there. So I feel like he's just due to break out and get in the end zone. All right, next up, this is probably the other game that probably competes for game of the week. It's the Buccaneers at the Seahawks.
Yeah, this will be a good one.
Yeah, this should be a good matchup. 2 teams that are 3-1 going in this week here. The Buccaneers are 3-point dogs going into Seattle is what I have through FanDuel. Who do you like in this one, Bobby?
I like Seattle to hold, sir. I mean, Tampa Bay is flying all the way across the country. I mean, they're still a good team, but they just don't play that well on the West Coast. Give me Seattle to cover that. I'll take the over 44.5 and Seattle to win.
Okay, I like the under at 44.5. I think the Buccaneers are going to actually cover that 3 somehow, some way, where like Seattle may be down 1 or 2 points and they kick a field goal late, and win the game by 1 or 2 points. And then give me Jackson Smith and Jigba to be the anytime touchdown scorer.
He
for this
is
game.
On fire too.
Yeah, he's been your second leading receiver in the league right now.
He is on fire.
Yeah, he's lighting it up. All right, next up, I think that Jaden Daniels was actually cleared, so I think they might be having him in the Commanders going in this game.
He said in an interview earlier today that I will be on the field Sunday.
Yes, I mean, so Commanders at the Chargers. The Commanders are going to L.A. That's going to be another long flight for them going out to the West Coast. The Chargers are 2.5-point favorites there.
Chargers are going to be smarting from losing to the Giants.
They're going to be in a bad mood with bad intentions going into this game here because that was they know that was a bad loss against the Giants.
Yes, that was a bad loss.
Because they could have had full command of this division. You got the Chiefs starting to look like they're kind of finding their footing right now. So they missed an opportunity to kind of pull a little further away there. So I like the Chargers to cover the 2.5 points, win this game. And I like the under at 48.5.
I like the under as well.
Yeah, I think that was just a little steep points-wise. And then give me Ladd McConkey as your anytime touchdown scorer for this week.
He's been kind of quiet this year.
Yeah, he's been a little quiet. I think it's about time for him to find that end zone now. All right, so next up we got the Lions at the Bengals. This is actually a game that I call one of those gambler delights as far as for if you're going to bet like prop bets about going out there this week. That's going to be a game that I'm kind of eyeing and targeting right there. The Lions at the Bengals. The Bengals have no life to them whatsoever. They're 10.5-point favorites going into Cincinnati. The Bengals have no defense, no offensive line, no Joe Burrow, no running game. So with that being said, give me the 10.5 to be covered by the Lions. I feel like this is going to be a boat race. The Lions are going to win this game. And I like the over at 48.5 because the Lions might get that damn near themselves.
Okay, I'll take the under because I have 49.5.
Oh, you got 49.5?
I'm thinking like 42-3 or something.
Yeah, then give me Jahmyr Gibbs as your anytime touchdown scorer, too, for this game. All right, the next up we got the Patriots at the Bills. Patriots actually had a little bit tougher game. I mean, the Bills had a little tougher game than what I thought they were going to have against the Saints last week. Showed a little bit more life. Patriots blew the hell out of the Panthers, though, so They actually looked good. Drake May looked amazing.
He did.
Team looked amazing. I don't know if that was a byproduct of the Panthers or if that was more like that he's kind of finding
Vrabel probably lit into their asses for the week before.
Oh, absolutely.
Like pissing that game away against the Steelers.
Well, yeah, I would think so. I mean, 5 turnovers. I mean, I'm sure that was a hard week of practice for them going into this game there. So this game is in Buffalo. The Bills look really good, though, still. They're 8.5-point favorites, what I have like through the FanDuel. So I actually like the Patriots to cover that 8.5, but the Bills pull off the victory, and I like the under at 50.5 points. I just feel like it's a little steep for me.
Oh, you got 50.5.
Yeah,
I'm 47.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, again, so that might have changed after a couple hours ago. Like, so mine was done.
No, it's back up to 49.5.
Okay, yeah. So
I still like that under though.
Yeah, I like the under there at 50.5, and then give me Dalton Kincaid as your anytime touchdown scorer for this game. All right, so then now we got the Monday night matchup here.
I'm calling this my upset pick of the week right here.
Okay, all right.
I'm going Jacksonville all day.
You like Jacksonville?
I like Jacksonville in this one.
I don't know. See, for me, I feel like the Chiefs kind of got their swagger back a little bit after this last win against Baltimore.
I'm hoping they didn't.
I'm hoping they didn't. It's me not being a Chiefs fan, but I mean, I kind of feel that way, the way I'm leaning. The Chiefs are 3-point favorites going into Jacksonville. I actually like the Chiefs to cover that and win the game. I like the under at 46.5 points too as well. I just feel like the defense is going to step up.
Yeah, I like the under in this one at 46.5, but I'll take that 3.5 points, and I think Jacksonville pulls out the win at home. This is my upset of the week.
All right. Let's see what happens. They're 3-1. They look good.
They are. They look good. I mean, and Trevor Lawrence isn't even playing that great. Brian Thompson Jr. isn't playing that great.
But the running game is going well. He's looking really
tearing
good.
It up. Tutton, that rookie, he's looked really good when they've gotten his opportunities. So, give me Jacksonville.
All right. And also my anytime touchdown scorer for that Monday night game is Xavier Worthy. Worthy, he looked good last week getting back in the offensive mix.
Yeah, I like that one because he's in my starting lineup this week.
Yeah. At least you're not playing me. So.
Yes, we are playing.
We are playing a son of a bitch. Don't you get? Well, you know what? I'm still putting it out there for the juice purposes.
Yes, we are playing each other this week.
I didn't even look at that. All right, so here's my Thursday night picks for the Smoking Token Hot Parlay of the week. So Brock Purdy was pulled out of this game, so I'm going to go ahead and X him out because it's probably not even available anymore. But give me Brian Robinson Jr. for over 16.5 yards rushing is what was available there. Kyron Williams at 8.5 yards receiving. Rams money line, and I like the under at 46.5. It was at plus 1343. If I take a guess, it's probably going to be somewhere about
800.
Yeah, about 875. Somewhere 875. No tops, probably plus 900.
Right.
All right. Then my other parlay for this game was Puka Nacua anytime touchdown score. Matthew Stafford over 200 yards passing. McCaffrey over 56.5 yards rushing, and Devontae Adams over 54.5 yards receiving. That was at plus 669. So that's probably going to be where I'm going to be leaning towards. So
okay, give me David Montgomery anytime touchdown. Now this weekend he's playing in Cincinnati, which is where he's from. His sister is actually going to watch him play for the first time, and she was in a bad car accident last year and was paralyzed from the neck down.
Oh, wow.
And she's going to be at the game this weekend. David Montgomery is going to ball out.
Oh, yes, he is.
So, David Montgomery anytime touchdown. Jake Browning under 218.5 yards passing. I just don't – what are they doing down there?
Right.
And a Laporta over 37.5 yards. That is plus 486.
All right. That's good juice right there. Good juice. You got anything for us right today?
Thursday. McCaffrey crazy.
Oh,
all right. So we
went
McCaffrey crazy. All right. So we got McCaffrey with the first touchdown. Anytime 2 touchdowns. Anytime touchdown for McCaffrey. And then Devontae Adams anytime touchdown. Plus 3,002.
Ooh.
Plus 3,002. So.
And then what's the 9-leg?
9-leg money line.
Oh, you did a 9-leg money line?
You did 9-leg money line?
For plus 5,200.
All right.
Nice.
Well, that's a scratch-off,
yes,
baby.
Yes, it is, baby. Yes, it is.
All right, so that's week 5 wrap-up here. We're going into the season rolling with a bang, baby. I'm Jason Smoking Token.
I'm Bobby Light.
See you next week.
Peace.